The NBA has been searching for their next homegrown superstar after being internationally dominated over the last few seasons, and our former faces of the league veering closer and closer to retirement every day. With that said, Jordan Poole is set to become the NBA's latest superstar after being traded to the Washington Wizards. Washington puts Poole in what's quite possibly the best case scenario for his career. At 24, Poole will be given the rare opportunity to not only get looks anytime he wants, but he will be the clear-cut alpha and leader in his new team's offense. Every step of his career has been a part of the perfect path to NBA superstardom, where now he's ready to shine. It sounds extreme, but he's been an incredible leader at every level he's played at. In high school, he played nationally televised games and has never been afraid of the spotlight. At just 18 years old, he was in the national championship his senior year, where he came off the bench, didn't shy away from the moment, and took advantage of every opportunity. He dropped 13 points against RJ Barrett's Mount Verde Eagles, and pulled out a big win in his last high school game ever. At Michigan, it was more of the same. In his first year, he came primarily off the bench, but hit this iconic game winner in the playoffs to send Michigan to the Sweet 16.
He rifles it right in front of us to Abdul Rahman at midcourt. Extra pass. And it goes for the win! The three-pointer by Jordan Poole. A freshman has won it for the Wolverines.
Michigan rolled through the playoffs but fell short to Villanova in the national championship. Despite that loss, just getting the opportunity to play in a big moment 2 years in a row is a tremendous opportunity for any young player. In his senior year, he started every game, averaged 13 points per game on 46% shooting, and became one of the team's leaders, leading them to the Sweet 16, where they'd fall short of a championship to Jarrett Culver's Raiders, who became the eventual runner-ups. Despite being just a sophomore and 19 years old, Jordan felt ready to declare for the NBA draft. Betting on himself, despite being only projected to go as high as the mid-40s and as low as going undrafted. A lot of this wasn't due to Jordan's skills, but the way John Beilein in Michigan used him on the offensive side of the floor. According to The Athletic, Jordan Poole said last week that he wished he could have exhibited his ball handling and overall offensive repertoire by playing more out-of-ball screen sets. Instead, his primary usage came on set shots and in isolation situations. His father echoed the sentiment Tuesday, saying, "It's nothing bad, but the way the offense is, to keep Xavier Simpson on the floor. You have to keep him in as the ball-dominant point guard. That's how you use Simpson in the best way. That's just the way it is. It's not the fault of Simpson or anybody else, but it just limits what Jordan can do." Despite all these setbacks and low expectations, he was drafted 28th overall to the Golden State Warriors. And the Warriors got absolutely killed for it.
Do you like this pick, Jordan Poole, by the Warriors?
Maybe the worst pick in the draft so far. The guy that you likely could have gotten as an undrafted free agent. So this is such an overdraft. But this is an absolutely inexplicable pick by the Warriors.
Despite being doubted, Jordan had the best possible reaction to the accusation. People try to write me off personally, but if you believe in yourself, to anybody listening, if your back is against the wall and you believe in yourself and you think it's possible, stick to it no matter what. No matter the noise, don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't. This maturity at such a young age shows volumes for the future of Jordan's career. Alongside that, he got put in the best possible fit for a 20-year-old shooter looking to develop.
Hey, maybe you'll be a splash nephew now?
Yeah, I'm something like that. I'm definitely a little young, but I'm splash something for sure. Might have to bring the drip to the league. So.
Learning behind two of the greatest shooters ever would be the best thing to ever happen to his career. From the jump, he got the opportunities off the bench, but couldn't hit the water if he fell out of a boat. He shot 26% from the floor and just 25% from three in the first half of his rookie year. It wasn't all bad though, as Jordan had a game where he dropped 20 points on 54% shooting, proving that he could become an elite scorer one day in the NBA. And more importantly, that he was not afraid to keep shooting despite some missed shots and bad games. With these struggles though, he got sent down to the G League. For most, the G League is a mental grind, with a lot of ups and downs. For Jordan, he got put in the best possible situation once again. He was sent to the Santa Cruz Warriors to play alongside Jeremy Lin, who would pull Jordan under his wing. In the G League, the duo led the Warriors to a 9-3 record, one of the best in the G League. In those games, Poole led Santa Cruz in scoring at 22 points per game, while also adding 5 rebounds and 4 assists. During his time in the G League, he made an incredible impression, even getting these comments from Jeremy Lin. Adversity and demotions like the G League reveal someone's true character. It's not just because I saw JP beast the G League, it's because I saw him do it with pure love of the game and a genuine selflessness to root for his teammates. That's compelling me to write this post. High praise from a veteran like Lin, who usually keeps quiet, says a lot about Poole, and just how successful he can be in this league. Poole got called back up to the NBA and didn't look back. After his last stint in the G League, he averaged 15 points on 43% shooting for the remainder of his second year. His third year was by far the biggest for his career, putting up 19 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds per game on 47% shooting from the field, 36% from 3, and led the league in free throw percentage at 93%. In the playoffs, Jordan had a spectacular run, averaging 17 points and 4 assists on an elite level 51% shooting from the field. Jordan was the third leading scorer on a championship team and reached his third championship in just 6 years. In year 4, Jordan had a bad plateau. He just looked off from the jump, achieving similar numbers but a decrease in shooting percentage. A lot of people point to the punch between Jordan Poole and Draymond Green before the season began. Is this an accurate assessment of why Jordan Poole struggled? According to Steve Kerr, it very well could be. He spoke on the incident and said, "Anytime some trust is lost, then it makes the process much more difficult. There was some trust lost. That's as blunt as I can be. We have to get back to what has made us really successful, which is really trusting, environment, and a group that relies on one another and makes each other better. There's no hiding from it. The incident with Draymond and Jordan at the beginning of the year played a role in that. It's hard for that not to impact a team. Despite his past struggles and even larger struggles in the playoffs, Jordan walks away from the situation into Washington with a ring and, more importantly, 4 years of mentoring behind the 2 greatest shooters ever. Washington is going to get a future superstar in Jordan Poole and an elite level scorer immediately. According to an NBA analysis, taking the middle and most realistic numbers from all these ranges gives him a predicted stat line of 28 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal a game. A stat line like this, along with Kyle Kuzma as his right-hand man, and a good supporting cast, could make Poole's Wizards a dark horse for the NBA playoffs. This could propel him past All-Star caliber and put in the All-NBA conversations as one of the top scorers in the NBA and looked at as a possible future NBA superstar.